Hello, Team Absolution fans, far and wide. This is your captain speaking. It's so great to see you again on this lovely week for Damage Check Reshuffled. So this is bringing back an old format here. I'm joined with the legendary, the great, the judge everybody loves, the judge you always hope will come answer your call. We've got the Sixth Ranger, Andrew. How you doing, Andrew?
Hello, glad to be here again. It's been a while.
It's been a minute. And then my partner in crime, my Dragonic Empire ambassador, we've got Braxton Lee Express Thompson.
I'm an ambassador now. I level up every week. This is great.
Dude, before Damage Check Reshuffled is, you will be the Dragonic Empire.
I'll be the emperor.
I'll call you the Emperor, the Emperor Express. Um, so thank you, you guys, for joining me today. We're going to be talking about spoilers. We got a little bit of a question at the end from the audience from last video. But starting off, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you throw down that comment. Today, I'd like to know, audience out there, what is your favorite card game video game that's ever been released? Can be a mobile game, can be an actual game. And then also throw out a hashtag Ask Absolution. Let us know what you're thinking, as we'll be answering one later today. But let's start off with our spoilers. We're going to cover just the high rarity stuff. We're not going to be covering every comment and everything like that. So we're going to start today. Unfortunately, since I don't have my boy, the Irish God, I don't have a spicy PowerPoint. Unfortunately, he is the brains of the operation, so I'll have to wait until next week to get another spicy. But just imagine that right here,
There's a PowerPoint.
there's a PowerPoint with each of these cards.
Get into post editing. Get into post editing.
The first one is Time Spiral Fist Dragon, Glowwind Dragon. This is Dragonic Empire. Very
What?
much in the. Oh, no, sorry. This is Dark States. Dark States, very much in the vein of Gear Chronicle. I think we can all agree that this is definitely Gear Chronicle inspired. Glowwind Dragon. Act Vanguard once per turn. The cost, bind a card from your soul. Choose one of your opponent's rear guards, put it at the bottom of the deck. And if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, this unit gets power plus 5k. And then the other one is when this unit attacks, this is an auto skill. When this unit attacks, counterblast 1, bind 2 of your rear guards, search your deck for up to 2 unit cards whose grade is equal to the total grade of the cards bound by this cost, calling the rear guard in the same column, and shuffle the deck. Talk to me, guys. What are you guys thinking about this card? I'm gonna hand it off to Andrew first.
I think it's awful. I think it's god awful. Why? Why does your opponent have to be grade 3 or greater to get plus 5k? No one does that anymore.
That's actually
Bind
very
one for
true.
bot deck. I mean, granted, the whole deck is a package, but I do not think that this boss is exceptionally good. You're -2 to call 2 out of deck, but you're really just calling 1 for the future support. So you are -1 with your Vanguards on attack skill to get an extra attack out of it. It just doesn't feel very good.
Braxton, any retort?
You know what? No, this card's amazing. Forget you, Andrew. +5 on grade 3. It's just for the balance aspect. This guy would be broken if he was 18k on your grade 2. Come on, man. No, this card's just bad. I'm sorry.
No, this card is disappointing. I kind of agree with that. I think that this, for some reason, I also don't like the counterblast 1 and bind 2. I don't know why, but I'm like, that seems expensive to me. I feel like there are other decks that do more for like Rezael is counterblast 1 and you get 2 dudes from the drop equal to your damage. Are we considering taking damage as a cost? Because like it's just a mechanic of the game. So like that's why I'm like, bind 2 of your rear guards, search your deck for 2 unit cards whose grade is equal to the total grade of the cards bound. So like realistically, you're getting a a a 2 and a 1. So you want to, or you're getting a 3 and a 1 if you had that before. I don't know. I'm having a hard time visualizing this deck as being good. I think it's a little expensive. I think I agree. I didn't even think about Andrew's point, but Andrew's point is so true. Plus 5k when your opponent's in grade 3 is so 2 years ago, if that. So a pretty disappointing card, to say the least. Um, Now we're going to go to a grade 4, also triple R in this set, and it is known as. Let me make sure I covered a bunch of these cards. Okay, this is a grade 4 with triple drive, not a stride, so do not be confused, but also be confused. This is Eternal Overlord. I'm sorry, not Overlord, Overload. Overload Colossus. Continuous, you cannot ride this card. Act hand. If you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Glowwind in its card name, Energy Blast 3 and bind this card and draw 2 cards. I actually don't mind that skill. When this unit is placed on rearguard by the ability of your grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Glowwind in its card name until the end of turn, this unit gets all the following based on the total grade of Dark States cards in the bind zone. 10 or more, auto rearguard once returned. When this unit attacks, it gets power plus 20k until the end of turn. At the end of the turn, bind this card, draw a card. 20 or more, auto rearguard once returned. At the end of the battle, this unit attacked. Counterblast 1 and stand this unit, so it is a restander. 30 or more, continuous rearguard. This unit gets critical plus 1. Talk to me, boys. What do you guys think?
Braxton, you go first on this one. I had thoughts.
So I'm assuming, well, you can't ride this card, right? So is this the card that you're calling out with the grade 3 skill?
It is.
Yes.
Okay.
But just know there would have to be a 2 and a 2 or a 3 and a 1 column to pull this off.
Right, so you're counterblast 2, get rid of 2 of your guys, right?
Counterblast
And
1, get rid of 2 of yours.
I'm sorry, yeah. Counterblast 1, get rid of two of your guys to get 1 dude the first time. Because assuming he makes it to the next turn, you can just bind him again and another dude, right?
No, he binds himself.
Yeah, you give it to himself at the end of the turn.
Oh! I'm a fan of grade 4s on rears doing things.
You are a Verena player, we know.
I am a Farina player. Esper idea, let's go, babe. I don't want to hear anything from the Shiranui guy over there.
Hey, look, it was a temp job, you know what I mean? We got him on contract.
Oh
Verena
my.
needed something to do until his deck got good again.
But like 10 or more, 20 or more, 30 or more, that seems excessive.
Well, I think that this card is just constantly depleting your own resources without any true mechanism to get them back. Like, because once this guy goes into the bind zone, yeah, you're up in that total number, but then you already bound the 2 cards to get him out, and then you bound this card. How many more useful cards are you going to have in the deck by the time you get to 30 or more? So, Andrew, hand it off to you. What do you think?
Yeah, so back in V, when you had 20 or more grade in bind, you got an extra turn. This is not an extra turn. I get the concept, but the numbers are just tweaked so high right now, and you can't accelerate your bind. And of course, the more you accelerate your bind by binding Colossuses to bump that number up, the less Colossus you have to search out of your deck in the first place. So now you got to run support to pull Colossus out of bind, which then reduces your total grade. It's just not a cohesive game plan. General consensus I've seen seems to be just aim for the 20, get the 5 attack turn basically. For Counterblast 2, mind you. 5 attack turn for Counterblast 2.
That's bad. There are so many better Counterblast 1, 5 to. There are 6 attack decks that are cheaper. Alden is a cheaper, more cohesive deck than this is shaping up to be already. Literally, it's like.
Fine. Huh.
What you
So
looking at?
so I guess the plus 20, you don't have to do it, right? So unless you just want to skip it on the plus 20, you could keep them on the board. Are there any other like dark state cards that just bind themselves?
The issue is that he gains these abilities on place, so if you keep him for the next turn, he loses the abilities.
Oh, but I mean, you're gonna get rid of him anyway, so I guess it really just doesn't matter. So I guess you would just use the first skill because he's gonna end up getting bound anyway.
Yeah,
Okay.
dodge removal and all that. But
Hmm.
that's the other thing that's bad about this card. Your first skill is 10 or more, and you want to hit that skill on your first grade 3, so you can start accelerating your bind, so you can at least draw a card off this guy. But your Vanguard skill binds a grade 2 from your soul. And then your Vanguard on attack skill binds 2 cards, which at most is a 3 and a 3. So that totals 8. That means in order to get to 10 on the first turn that you go to grade 3, you need to have one of these cards in hand so you can bind himself to draw cards. If you
Yep.
don't find this card, you brick. You literally have to have him in hand on grade 3 ride.
So true. So
Oh.
villainous. It's an absolutely villainous take. It's so good. It's villainous because it's so accurate. It's like when like the villain is right. It's like Andrew's over here putting the squash on every Dark States player that wants to play this deck, but he's so right. I don't think any Dark States players actually want to play this deck. There is so many. I would sooner say just go play Chronogen again. Like, why not, Chief?
Yeah.
Like, if you want to play a tier 2 deck, Chronogen can pass as tier 2.
Oh, that's
Like-
painful. That's painful.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, because I was doing some research while you guys were talking. There's the Gear Goat and the Parrot that you could use to bind stuff.
Yep.
Because the Parrot just needs a Gear Dragon, and I think the grade 3 is a Gear Dragon, right?
I don't know, unfortunately,
Yeah.
but I'm
It is.
assuming.
Dark States
Yeah.
Gear Dragon, yeah.
So yeah,
And-
there are ways to accelerate, but you're just building this clunky combo deck to do something worse than other decks are already doing.
Yep.
It needs some sort of broken support.
So promo.
Yeah, like a grade 0 that you can call with the grade 4. That would be ideal.
Yep.
Oh,
I mean,
So-
there is the girl that is going to obviously be a huge combo piece, the grade 1 double R that I do want to mention really quick before moving on, and that's the one that during your turn, if either player's rear guard was put into the deck or bound this turn, this unit gets +1 grade power +2K. So it would count as a grade 2 in the back row with boost still.
Mhm.
So it would let you have the 2/2 the 2/2 column that you would theoretically want to bind to get the 4 out of the deck.
You know the
But-
diabolical thing? It doesn't get +1 grade in bind. So
I know, it's fucking disastrous. Also, I will also add what's also bad about it is that this card is so future-proofed. It reads like it was made when Chronojet was like the best deck ever made, because it specifically says on its second skill, at the end of the battle, this unit boosted. If your Vanguard is a Gear Dragon with Persona Ride, so you can't use it in Gear Chronicle, which also I'm assuming has Gear Dragons, correct?
yeah, Chronojet's a Gear Dragon.
Yeah, Chronojet's a Gear Dragon. So this was going to be cost buying this card, draw a card.
Yeah.
It was going to be their another Shenri for them. Until Bushiroad was like, "Whoa, let's not do it. Let's not tempt fate here." So, Dark States DZ11. As far as this is concerned, this is your Nebula Knights. Move on. It ain't worth it, Chief.
Sag.
You don't even get a cool order promo. Well, I guess you might.
It'll be a
We don't
promo.
know yet. It'll be a promo.
Oh yeah, man. Actually that would actually help this deck a lot because that card binds itself from drop, so it would count towards your number.
Let's talk about some Leonorn stuff here. So we got Sincere Sound Image Yumiri. So this is auto drop. When your Bandmaster of Blooming Dreams Leonorn Tremend is placed on Vanguard, if you do not have a rear guard with the same card name as this card, you may call this card to rear guard. And then at the end of your turn, auto rear guard, if your Vanguard is the same Leonorn, you may put this unit into Soul. I don't play Leonorn. I don't have much of an insight. Do either one of you two do?
Yeah, I don't play Lenore. I'm sorry, balls.
This seems fine.
Recurring rear guards sound good to me. So I want to say this is not bad for a double R.
Yeah. Like one of Leonorn's issues is that with the prevalence of retire in the meta, you just have to constantly keep fielding your boosters because otherwise your Vanguard doesn't hit the ridiculous numbers that you need her to. So getting a free rear guard on ride is like, okay, and then it goes to your soul, you soul blast it, do it again, generates resources. It seems fine. It's not anything exciting. I don't know if it fixes the deck, but it's fine.
It's fine. Plus, like I said, reoccurring rear guards ain't never been a problem in my book. Let's talk about some additional really cool support here. This is just the spoilers from the other day, 15 hours ago. Let's talk about some of these triple R, double Rs. Knight of Sworn Oath Edenfed. This is gonna be Braxton Day here with the youth support. Braxton is a big youth
Oh,
stan.
oh boy. Got a revolve dress.
Um,
Break down the heaven and all that.
when the student is placed on rear guard, if you have a Vanguard with youth in its card name, counterblast one, check the top seven, choose up to one card among them, reveal it, and perform one of the following and shuffle the deck. If the revealed card has Youthberg in its card name, put it in hand. If the revealed card is a unit card with a different card name from this unit and a grade less than or equal to your Vanguard, man, that's a lot of stipulations. It's just very clear and succinct what they want you to do. Call it to open rear guard. And then auto rearguard once returned when this unit attacks, costs Soul Blast 1. For each card with Youthberg in your card name on your Vanguard and in your bind zone, this unit gets plus 5k until the end of turn. This is a good card. Braxton, tell me this is a good card. Tell me I'm not crazy.
Okay, here's the caveat, right? It's a good card, but personally, I don't think it fixes any of the problems the deck has.
Oh, so you think this is like a good card in a deck that needs something different than what this card can provide?
Yes, because like don't get me wrong, consistency boosts are always good, right? But I don't think the problem with Youthberg is consistency.
Mhm.
Do you think it needs a finisher, like a finishing blow?
No, it has a finishing blow. Like I think exist is whether you play exist or hybrid, if that's the route you want to take, like exist will kill the opponent, right? But it's just that initial first push to start the timer, if that makes sense. Because exist doesn't get the crit till the second exist. And like the first five attack swings, while it can be strong, in this meta, it's not strong enough, if that makes sense.
No, that makes plenty of sense.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I see it. It's like this card is trying to support both builds at the same time and doesn't do what either build needs, right? Because the top seven check, getting a unit, getting a youth bird, like that screams full blast to me, right? Get your full blast, get them to hand, get them to get your pieces into soul and all that sort of thing, or call pieces to filter for more youth perks. And then on the other hand, soul blast for every youth and VC and bind that clearly exists because your bind is now scaling your unit. But exists weakness is in early game, and this card only gains power later. And then full blast weakness is
It can
well,
still just brick.
it just bricks, and this is spending one of your precious counterblasts on it to get youth hand, and like it adds consistency, but then it doesn't add any card draw. It's
Mm,
technically card draw, but like not really.
that makes sense. Okay. Like the analysis.
Yeah, because
Um,
no, Andrew said it perfectly. Because even with the hybrid build, right, you can still sometimes just brick and you just lose the game. And exists issue is just the early game and lack of card draw.
okay. I appreciate both insights there. I think they're really good. Let's talk about Night of Breaking Roar, Bastutin. This is a grade another grade 2 10K. But this from the drop, if your grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Youthberg in its card name is placed during your ride phase, and you do not have a rear guard with the same card name as this card, cost Soul Blast 1, call this to rear, so another recursion kind of card. And then continuous rear guard, Guardian Circle. If you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Youthberg in its card name, this unit gets power plus 5k, power plus 5k shield. If your bind zone has a Youthberg in its card name, it also gets power plus 5k active on your opponent's turn. I'm gonna go back to you, Braxton. What am I looking at here? I don't think this card fixes anything, but I don't think it's a bad card.
I don't think it's a bad card either, to be honest. Actually, I didn't really know this card until you just read it to me. I actually like it a lot, to be honest. Let me see. It gets if you're great there, great with Youthberg, it gets plus five, right? And if your bind zone has a card with Youthberg, it gets another plus five. Honestly, I
Correct.
kind of like, and it recurs itself, so it's
So long as
basically
you don't have another copy of it, yeah,
like Maple.
exactly.
Yeah.
But only for yeah, when you place it's Maple. No, I like this card a lot. And
There's
it's
a part
yeah,
of me
it's
hearing
a
your
20k, it's 20k on its own. Like that's really good.
it is 20k on your turn, ideal conditions based as the card as I've read it, and Andrew can correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks like it's 20K on your turn if you have all the conditions met, 15K on your opponent's turn. Because only the power plus 5K for having Youth Brick in the bind says active on your opponent's turn.
Right. They're going to use Bird. Yeah. So the
Yeah.
turn you go in, he's 20K. Then you go into exist, it's 30K. That's really
Yeah.
good.
It seems really strong. I like this
It'd
card
be
for a
good.
different reason, in that like it's 10K shield just on the field, right? If you go into a matchup that's not Buff Saga or anything that's not retiring your front row, like you just got 10K shield sitting on the field there, and then intercept away, bring it back the next turn, assuming you have a Persona ride. Like
Good
it
point.
This
seems
is
strong,
this is
but
probably going to take the place of the Shield Cycler in Youthberg.
That makes sense.
yeah,
Honestly, based on how we were talking about the last card, this card seems like he could have been a triple R, to be honest.
Yeah,
A re-
like like don't get me wrong, the other card's really good, but I kind of like this card better.
yeah,
Well, I think it gives you the push you're looking for, right?
Yeah,
Because it
actually.
basically because you can drop this dude at grade 2 for an early game rush. They go into their grade 3, or if they go in their grade 3, or you went first. You could have ditched it if you're going to go first. You could have ditched it earlier in the game when you first ride up to grade 3,
Or
because it
just
doesn't say
intercept with
persona
it.
ride, or just enter. But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you went second and if you went first and you wanted to just push in, you could call this, then intercept with it, and then call it back when you ride up to grade 3
yep.
and
Hmm.
just have a second full rush. You don't have to worry about wasting the resource, so to speak.
No, yeah, no, I agree 100%. The fact that on your first turn, it'll swing for what, uh, 15, and then what? Gets the other five, so it swings for 30 on the crackback. That's pretty good. I'm
Yeah,
mathing that, right? Yeah,
yeah.
because it'll swing
It's a
for
good number.
15. It'll restand. It'll get the plus 10 from exist, so it's 25, and then the extra five because the youth bird's in the bind. So yeah, 30,
Mm-hmm.
30 at your opponent's 10K grade two
Mm-hmm.
before any triggers. That's really good.
That's solid. That'll do some damage. That'll push through. Um,
That might actually be fucking.
No, that's a good card. I like it. I like it a lot.
uh, I won't talk about the silver mane stallion, but it is something else for Youthberg, so something to consider. It stands itself. It sounds like. Yeah, when your Vanguard is placed by the Revel Dress ability, looks like I'm doing it anyways. Soul Blast 1, stand this unit and then at the end of the turn, retire
Another Vanguard booster. You have too many.
Well, no, this one isn't Vanguard specific, so you can put it anywhere and it'll restand. But I still
it.
don't like
Yeah,
it.
Like
it's
what
just
else
back.
restands though? Does Exist restand something?
Exist restands a unit.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
It ain't no Flare Cosmor, I'll tell you that. It ain't
It
no
ain't
Flare
no it ain't
Cosmor.
no Flare Cosmer.
It
Stand for
ain't no
free.
Flare Cosmor. It ain't no stand for free.
Soul
It ain't
Blast
no
one is
call.
not Soul Blast one is not free neither.
Um, let's talk about the triple R for Welstra, it seems like. Blitz Neo Mobile Heldantant, or Heldentat. When this unit is placed on rear guard, counterblast 1, look at top 7, choose for one product card and one unit with Blitz in its different card name from this unit among them, reveal them, put into hand, shuffle the deck. So you're looking for a product and you're looking for a card with Blitz that isn't this guy. And then the second skill, act rear guard once per turn. If you have Vanguard with Welstra in its card name with Divine skill, and you did not play an order this turn, discard a card from your hand, choose a product from your drop, put it in your order zone. You cannot play an order until the end of turn. I don't know if Welstra needs this or not, but it seems a little restrictive to me. Andrew, what do you think?
This card mad pluses you and it creates incredible consistency. And Welsh's problem was not consistency.
So this is another one very much like Youth, where it's like it is in a vacuum a very good card, but it is just not what the deck needs. It's like, hey, I need some scissors, and a guy gave you the best fork in the world, and it's like not what I asked for, but still a really cool thing.
It's not bad, right? Counterblast 1 to +2 to hand, and then also deck thin your deck of 2 is really, really strong. And I've learned that like very recently about the increasing trigger percentile.
For sure.
Um,
Also, the new Welstra well, I shouldn't say the new Welstra. The Divine Skill Welstra does have Blitz in its name, so you can snag it off the top seven. And there are and all the other like good support cards have Blitz in their name.
Yeah, well,
You
all the
should you really
blitzes.
shouldn't be whiffing unless it's seven trigger.
Exactly. So like this card's really good. It adds a lot of consistency. It means that you can ditch your set orders early game with impunity because then you can just cycle into them and put them back into your order zone without any issues. Um, but again, like Wellster just the issue with Wellster is that it kind of peters out, right? Like it draws
Right.
some cards and then it just doesn't attack for all that much. It needs a little power, I think is what it needs.
I mean,
I
well,
think I,
it
I
doesn't.
agree.
To be fair, it doesn't need to attack for high numbers because it's minusing your Vanguard, what, 8 every time?
Yeah, but it's just like +8 to your field, essentially. So
Hmm.
it's good. It's gonna it's almost certainly a 4 when the deck guaranteed, just because it's good for consistency. I don't think it'll fix Wellstra to make it top tier.
No, I would 100% agree with that.
Is
Um,
it, I don't know, well, I don't know enough about Welstra or like Black for that matter. I like, even though you don't get access to the Divine Skill parties, this card's still good enough to run in the Black version of the deck. And would that help that deck back into relevancy?
Mhm.
that's actually a good point. I don't know. I haven't seen enough of that deck to really gauge it one way or the other. It's something I could be interested in doing. I think since I bought a bajillion boxes.
Which
Remember,
which
I
which
bought
deck were you saying again?
Koro
Uh,
Koro, the black deck from Koro
Oh
Koro.
yeah,
the Black Grade 3 that is both Welstra and Ashturn.
right. Hmm. Maybe I'd have to go. I'd have to go check it, but I have no idea.
And now we're back to Braxton in his Dragonic Empire. Rockbound Edge Dragon. When this unit attacks, if you have a grade 3 or greater with Varga in its card name, this unit gets power plus 5k, and until the end of that battle, then you may soul charge 1. Second skill, Act Drop. If you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Varga in its card name, costs Energy Blast 3. Call this card to rear guard. If your Vanguard is in the Malworm state, this unit gets 5k until the end of turn. So, talk to me, Brex. This has got to be decent, right?
It's okay.
Okay.
I say it's a beater that recurs itself, and if you need the soul, you can soul charge.
Sounds like
That's
a
all. That's all I got for it. So it's one of those cards that's like, hey, it's helpful, but I don't think Vargan needed this.
Yeah. Do you have the energy spare to even use this card?
I mean, it really just depends on what's in your hand when you start your turn. Because like if I have like double Shora in the CB to play it, then I'm using double Shora.
Yeah.
If I have if I don't have enough CB to, use double Shora, then I can spare the energy to bring back a Rockbound Edge.
Yes. Seems fine. You'd run it at like 1 or 2 and hope to just see it early.
Yeah. And hopefully by the time we get this card, we'll have the that Festival Dragon combo. That would be really easy to search out. Oh, what's its name? Festival Cannon Dragon Dino Fest. There we go.
Best.
Dino Fest. Oh, speaking of, Braxton, do you have any extra of that grade 2 order that I need for Virgilla?
Extra the Great Two Border. Oh,
Now they're getting the audience is getting a peek into my inner machinations of how I build a deck. Is basically, hey Braxton, do you have this? Hey Braxton, do you have this?
you're not talking about Blazing Starcross, are you? Or you
No, no,
mean, oh, you mean Defensing
to
Roar?
roar. Yeah,
Yeah. I should have a spare
sweet.
for you.
Neato.
can only run
Moving
one,
on.
but it's a broken
I,
card.
is a good card. Um, let's talk a little bit about. There's two more cards I want to talk about really quickly. We've got Jolt Spark Dragon. That's rear guard until and during your turn, if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, and your opponent has 1 or less rear guard, this unit gets power plus 5k. When this unit is put on Guardian Circle, if your damage zone has 5 or more cards, or an attack hit your Vanguard this turn, cost Soul Blast 1, and this unit gets shield plus 10k until the end of that battle. It seems like a pretty good shield card, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Look, man, usually you don't want to have to take a hit in order to activate. It's kind of like what did you ask earlier? Is taking damage a cost
Yeah,
now?
it's taking damage a cost now because like I don't understand.
Why
Are we
why
back
does
to
he have to
Limit Break 4?
why do you have to Soul Blast?
I don't know. It should really be if you took a hit or had 5 or more damage. That's when I because that's already like a card that's only going to be useful in the late game, or only if you're incredibly strategic in how you take damage. This is a card though built for Braxton because Braxton would think strategically. He would have it and be like, "I'm going to take the first swing, ha, and now I'm at 4 damage, but I took a swing, and now boom, Soul Blast 1 plus 10k shield." And then he realized he Soul Blasted a key component of his deck, and then next turn he's like, "Damn, I lose because I was stupid."
But and
I feel
it's
like
still just 15k shield. I mean, Lyrical in their set one got a blitz order that says if you took damage this turn, this is a 30k shield.
Yeah, that's
Azurward
broken
Azurward does that for free.
for free. That's actually the card I was thinking about right now. I was like, Zerwer does it for free. You can drop a Zerwer with defensive roar, and it'll just bounce back, man. That's 30k shield.
Like
You
you're saying I'll play this card strategically. Strategically, I don't think I'm playing this card at all.
know? That's well done. That's well done there, Braxton. All right.
Or Narukami. Or Narukami.
Next is during your turn. This is inflation deflector, which I need in the real world. I think we all could use a little inflation deflectors. Continuous rear guard during your turn. If your opponent's vanguard is grade 3 or greater, and any player's card was put into your order zone this turn, this unit gets plus 5k. When this unit is placed on Guardian Circle, if your damage has 5 or more cards or an attack hit your vanguard this turn, Soul Blast 1. I think we're seeing a trend.
It's a cycle.
It's a cycle. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, guys.
These like conditions for plus 5k are just kind of silly. Like
This
We literally have cards that just get plus 5k just cause.
Yeah.
absolutely.
like why are these conditioned? And then why do you need a Soul Blast to make them 15k shields? Okay, sure, they intercept. That's a key point actually. They can intercept for 15k shield. But why Soul Blast?
I don't know. I don't think I just I don't like it. I don't like it. The good news is that you can actually put. Let me ask you this, Andrew, from a judge perspective. When it says any player's card was put into your order zone this turn, does that include if you play an order, like a
No,
set order?
it has to be a set order.
Yeah, but if I played so this card though is pretty universal for all of Brandgate. Like
Yeah.
you could play this in Orphist because you play a set order. You could play this in Wellstruck because you play the products. You could play this in Prison because even though you only play an order at the beginning, you're putting their cards in your order zone,
Yep.
correct? So that would work too. I do like how well designed it is to be useful in any of the decks of that nation. I think because I like this more than Jolt Spark because Jolt Spark
Yeah, 100%.
has to be grade 3 or greater and has to have 1 or less rear guard for it to get the 5k. Like, bro, there are easier ways to get 5k power.
It doesn't even enable it for you somehow. It doesn't retire a dude. It doesn't do anything.
To be fair, neither does Inflation Deflector.
But like Inflation Deflector is you doing something, right? This one's relying on the rest of your deck doing something.
Right, but I mean, Inflation Deflector himself doesn't put a card into your order zone,
Yeah, fair enough.
That's true.
whether it be yours or your opponent's. It's just like, hey, you did the thing. Woo. Its condition is just significantly easier and more universal to its nation.
Absolutely. And then that takes care of our spoilers. A kind of weird batch. I think we're going to see more. We're going to see more happen in the next, like, I'd say, hold on 1 second. I think we're going to see that because we haven't seen a heater one of this, right? We haven't seen like the lyrical one.
No, but I think
So
we're getting heater spoilers next week, I do believe.
Yeah, so I'm sure we'll get whatever its generic one But 5K is not enough, man. That's all I'm saying.
I mean,
It
5K is
it
a
is
stage,
generic, so
which
it'll
is
fit into
great.
like anything. Maybe that's the cost we pay for having it be generic.
But like cards can be
That's true.
generic. Cards can be generic and good. It's not like they've it's not like Bushi is allergic or afraid of making bad generics.
That is so true.
And
So with about 8 minutes to spare, I want to pivot really quick now that we've talked about there's a ton of spoilers. I'm gonna narrow down how I'm gonna do spoilers, but with about 8 minutes, Andrew, we brought you on as well. One, because we love your insight, two, because you are part of us as always, and three, um, you went to Philly. So talk to me a little bit about Philly. How was
I'm exhausted. Oh, I'm tired.
it?
Um, yeah, I'll talk through my experience there. So I made it my quest this season to hit up all four Lyrical Cups, and I did do that plus Duluth because I went to judge Duluth. Um, and this was obviously it's the last one. It's the most intense one. It's the largest one at the most players. To give some context here, Vancouver had 79 players. Rosemont had 199 players to make it 8 rounds. Dallas had 212 players to make it 8 rounds. And okay, yeah, sure. All of that. Premium was slightly bigger in Duluth. I was like, oh, this is the biggest tournament of BSF season. We get to Philadelphia, get to the opening announcements. We are having 9 rounds today, 273 players at the event. And I'm just throwing up my hands like, God, why?
oh, for lyrical,
For
gosh.
Lyrical, beating out Premium by like another 30 players. And this is people that like checked in. So I'm like, all right, sure, fine, whatever. It was actually a pretty good day. I'll run through my match history and then I'll talk some more about some of the matches specifically. But let's see here. Round one, I went against a Luard fangirl who was like, "Yeah, my team's leaving after this because we got a promo, but we just played it out anyway." She was on Artisaria, and that was a very generic game. I don't even remember it because I think it was just basic combo stuff. And Yuika bouncing front row means they have nothing to lock, means Artisaria falls over.
What were you playing?
Um, Round two, this was against Chris
Wait,
Rain.
wait, Andrew, what were you playing? What were you playing?
Oh, I'm on Lyrical Catgirl. This is the clear like meta deck standout basically. Restand Vanguard with a crit and 5K, restanding Regards, the works. I do not actually like the deck that much, and it doesn't like me, but we worked together for this event and it seemed to come out okay. Round two, actual cinema. Some of the buddies I was there with saw this happening and they couldn't believe it either. So this is against Chris Rain. And it's a fairly even game, but I'm just hitting defensive triggers like crazy, and he is not going off his divine skill because he's like, there's no way I'm going to be able to push through the guard. So, so I get to his last turn, and he still hasn't divine skill. He's going to divine skill this turn. He's persona ride. He's done everything. Okay, great. I'm like, I have one PG in hand. I could really use a second PG here. I've got two in the deck and two cyclers with 6 energy to try to draw into it. He swings it. I'm at 4 damage. I take the first damage. Defensive trigger. All right, more defense. Draw with Pressia on the second one for a single card guard. Draw PG. And I was like, all right, we got there. And like, off to the side, Ralph and Logan are just going crazy. Like, did you draw a PG? Chris Rain drives checks. Lyrical over trigger. I was like, oh my god, I was dead. So yeah, lyrical over trigger, 100 million PG, 100 million on rear guard PG. Pass, all right, pass back. He concedes because he has no more shield left. I was like, that's it. That's the best game of the day. I was wrong.
Wait, there's more?
Round three. This was the double actual cinema moment. This was insane. It was against the Mirror Lichiafel. Actually against one of my own judges. We judged together down in Duluth, and he was playing in Lyrical Cup as well. Um, we're both playing Lichiafel. I'm on my second to last turn, Persona Ride, yada yada. I'm like looking at my deck, like I've got like 8 cards left in deck. Should I triple drive here? Over trigger still in there too. I'm like, okay, I'll draw one, triple drive. That'll put me down to 4 cards in deck. And if I hit over trigger, he'll explode anyway. And then 4 cards is enough to twin drive next turn because I'll draw on twin drive and left one on. Perfect. All right, let's go. I go in, triple drive, blank, blank, blank. I'm like, shit. I have 4 cards in deck. I can guard everything, but I'm like, there's an overtrigger in there, and it needs to be either the top or the bottom, or I'm dead. So like, all right, guard everything. Top deck, overtrigger. I win. It's like
No deck
then this.
outs today.
Yeah, so this is the great part. I have 3 cards in deck. I'm like, all right, I'm setting up my twin drive, going with the attacks. I going for mega attack. Trigger count, right? Check outstanding triggers. There are 13 visible triggers and 1 overtrigger in my hand.
Oh.
He's like, 1 to pass, double crit. All right, take 4 damage, please. So yeah, top deck overtrigger saving your ass is something new to me, but very cool.
Yeah, you've never heard of somebody drawing the OT and being like, "Hell yeah, we dodged death today."
Yes, so round 4 was probably my cleanest game. Straight up outplayed in the mirror again. I was going first, so they called grade ones to rush me. I'm like, you need these cards on the field to shove into your soul so you can actually get advantage later. I'm just gonna snipe them on my grade 2 turn and leave you at no damage. And like, okay, he tried to push and then completely failed. Like his grade 3 turn, he wasn't even able to get triple drive. He like called front and ace unit and couldn't do anything.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it was bad. And then he went for the divine skill turn and I hit defensive OT. Like there was no shot there. It was
Hmm.
bad.
Wow.
No, Felicia felt not to like you. You guys like we're kind of
Y'all
running
were
those
cooking.
first
Y'all
few
were
rounds.
cooking.
It was okay, yeah, but like man, I don't know. I think I played really well this time. Round 5, my second Artisaria match of the day. This was a lot more even than my first one. But again, I had Yuika to clear the empty front row, and for the first time in my life, and the only time in my life, I hit blue over trigger on divine skill turn.
Oh,
He
Oof.
had Albelina swing for 100 million and 2 crit 3 times at his face,
that's disgusting.
and he just exploded, which is good because he was at 1 damage to my 4.
Oh,
Um, but yeah, that happened. Um, round 6, this was my first loss. It was against Kyrie. I got I got I was basically behind the whole game because this was the first game in the day where I mulled 5 and my hand got better, but it still wasn't good. So I was basically behind the whole time. His very last turn, I was like, okay, I'm at 4 damage. I can I can take 1, hit the defensive, whatever. If he doesn't check, I have a PG and a bunch of shield. If he doesn't check more than 1 trigger, I can survive this turn and go to my next turn and maybe try to make a dent, right? First check, blue over trigger. I was like, oh no, well I got a PG, it's fine. Second check, critical, other regard. I'm like, I'm dead. I can't
Oh
do anything.
no.
I'm actually dead. So yeah, exploded. Um, round 7.
Hold on, really quick
Uh,
though. Uh, Andrew's round 6 was 100% when your toxic ex-girlfriend sees you on a date with your new girlfriend because it's Kyrie, which is like his like old deck.
It was Kyrie. Yeah, that is my deck, and I would have taken Kyrie if I didn't think it was not as good. Oh man, round 7 was against another Kyrie, and this one worked out better because I offensive blue OT'd over a 6 damage heal. So it's like, okay, yeah, just take it, whatever.
hmm.
Um, and that one worked out. So at this point, at the end of round 7, I'm 6-1. I'm looking at my tiebreakers. And if you know anything about Bushi events, like you know how the tiebreaker system works in decimals. My opponent match win percent at this point is 0.7. I'm like, I have never seen a number this high. My opponents have won 70% of their matches, including their losses to me. And I was like, what? Okay, so with this kind of tiebreakers, if I just win a single game in my next 2 games, I'm automatically into top 8. I was like, all right, just gotta win one game. Just gotta win one game. Round 8, I lose. It's Kyrie again.
Hmm.
I straight up
Bro,
just, yeah, I
it's
just fall
really just
behind.
the ex-girlfriend just haunting him.
It is.
I remember you play.
Just straight up.
I remember you play testing the whole leading up to this point. The whole time you're like, yeah, no, I can't do it. Kyrie can't do it. Leisha Fell's just it.
Hmm.
And you're telling me you lost to Kyrie
Yeah,
twice?
all of my losses are like, well, not all of my losses, but a bunch of my losses are just Kyrie's. It's all right. And then, all right, so round 9, I'm going like, all right, just gotta win it in, win it in. It's against Lichfield in the mirror.
Oh no.
Spoiler alert, I lost.
What?
Yeah, but my opponent, shout out to him, was a true gentleman and scholar. He looked at the tie breaks, saw that he wasn't going to get top eight, and conceded it to me.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
What an absolute legend.
like you, my friend, are a real G. I'm not gonna say his name because I don't want anything. I don't want to go out there, but I remember your Bushi Navi. I remember you. You're a true man. We meet up in Swiss again in a tournament in the future. You're getting an automatic concession from me. No questions asked.
Could be round 8, could be round 1. You're like,
Doesn't matter. You did it for me. I got you. I got you.
and Andrew Lee always repays his debts.
Um,
That's awesome.
so yeah, I got into top eight basically in seventh place, the very highest ranked X2, and like the next highest ranked two tiebreaker wasn't even close. To give you an idea of this, seven of my nine Swiss round opponents were all in top 30,
Wow.
including my my round eight loss, which was the number one seed at the end of Swiss.
Oh wow.
Jeez.
The one sole Kyrie player that made it to top eight. It was one Kyrie, six Lichfield, and a Mad Lad Michu player that made it to top eight.
That Michu player was like, I can come back.
I'm booking it. I'm booking it. Yeah. I mean, I'd go over my top eight game. It probably deserves its own video analyzing it because it was. I spent a lot of time thinking about what I could have done, and in the end, I've decided that how I played was correct, but it was a game that came down to inches. It didn't look like it because I got red OT'd on Divine Skill turn and also got healed on twice, and it didn't look close, but it came down to a single draw in the end that didn't go my way.
And such is
So,
life. But
Sounds
what a
like
run! What a run!
yeah.
sounds like to me you should have just played Kyrie. That's what I'm
That's what
hearing.
I heard. That's what I heard.
I know. No, I was 100% correct, right? I lost to a whole bunch of Kyrie players. There were a whole bunch of Kyrie players in the top tables, and in the end, top eight was still six Lichfields. On average, Lichfield is going to beat Kyrie. It's just I was not hitting the average because I've got a jealous ex-girlfriend.
Hey, but also that guy and Kyrie are like this. That guy, the top 8 guy, did he end up winning the whole thing?
No, the guy that beat me won the whole thing.
Ah, dang, tragic.
Yeah,
Mm.
no, Kyrie lost
Um,
in top four, and then the finals was
uh,
Alicia Valmir.
Oh wow.
Cinderella had to turn back into the carriage had to turn back into
Yeah.
a pumpkin.
Kyrie was
Um,
like, Andrew got knocked out. We're out of here. We're done. That's
the
over.
deed's
It's
the
all right.
deed's done.
But yeah, so yeah,
Show us that match.
I picked up my top eight, Matt. Here it is.
Hey.
Yeah, this is my I mean, it's a little regretful that I couldn't get the marker or the over trigger, but I'm proud of how I played. This is my second Bushi top eight, the first in 6 years now. And and honestly, it was a blast, even though I was just stressing and stressing by the end of it.
9
But
rounds will do that to you,
yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Well, Andrew, we're both very proud of you. Keith is awesome. We're all proud of you. It's always good to see you ride up with a fun ass deck like that. And there's a sheer irony you losing to Kyrie. That's just funny to me. Like
Yeah.
that's
It
just
really
funny just
is.
because I was like, it had to be. It was like
Yep.
me losing to the mirror and only the mirror.
Yeah. Yeah. It was my two losses in Swiss were both to Kyrie's.
And Braxton, I think his losses were like to Bav. No, because you lost
No.
once to Prison.
No, I won all my mirrors, unlike
Oh,
somebody.
see? Well, look here, okay? um, uh, but we're very proud of you. Thank you so much for that recap. In the comments, let us know if there's anything else you want us to dive into. I think there's a different psychology when you're in top eight. Like there's just a different mindset in that. Plus, because you're also just so tired when you get there. So maybe we'll do a video dissecting top eight games, at least the ones that we had,
Yep.
that we can talk about because I think that'd be really interesting. We're going to end our video really quickly with our hashtag Ask Absolution. The only one we got from the last video that's that of note is we had a great commenter ask us, how did y'all get so handsome? And honestly, it's just friendship, more friendship, and the gym. And occasionally more friendship. Just kidding. Well, I think we've all gone to the gym at some point, so
Let
And
me tell you.
some
Let me tell you the real answer. You siphon the soul of every opponent you defeat, and you stay eternally youthful. That's how I did it. That's how Dad did it. That's how Granddad did it, and it's worked out great for them.
Here's the real answer that everyone in the card community needs to hear, and this is the one that my wife gave me. It's use soap while you're showering.
It just cleans out the pores, you know?
I'll also add occasionally touch some grass, like go and get some of that sunlight. It's good for you. But I do want to give a shout out because Braxton just wrote a brand new series for a young adult novel that I'm going to write. Actually, I'm going to write a novel where it's a card game where the main villain is just sucking the life out of the players, and that's how he stays eternally young. I was like, that's some mad lad shit right there.
Did Yu-Gi-Oh have that
um,
plot line?
I don't think so. If it did, it was way after I stopped watching, which means
Uh,
it's way after everyone stopped watching it. Well, hold on. I think in GX, the old superintendent got his youth back, but I don't think it was from that. I think
No,
it
because
was
he got the sacred beast, right? And that's what
and that's what made him young. And then he came back again and tried it again, didn't he?
I have no idea.
It's been so long. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong. But thank you as always for watching, everybody. Hit subscribe, comment, let us know what you're thinking, and we'll see you here next week with another episode of Damage Check Reshuffled. This is Team Absolution signing off.
Take
Peace.
care, everyone.
Bye.